Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Feinstein's 54 Below. At this time, we'd like to remind you to please silence your cell phones and that the taking of flash photographs is strictly prohibited. Thank you.
One, two, three, four!
Guten Tag, wie geht's?
Mir geht es gut, wie geht es dir?
¿Qué hora? Hola, buenas noches. ¿Cómo estás? Ni hao ma. Ni hao ma, 大家好。
我很好，谢谢你。
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi.
Apa kabar?
Kabar baik,
Cześć, Andrew.
Cześć.
Kitty Pie, please. 네, Kitty Pie, 어려운 유이 격구이. Hey, hello guys. Добрый вечер. Говорите по-русски? А ты очень приятно.
Я из Украины.
А, так ты говоришь по-украински.
Да,
Я кохаю тебя, моя дорогая. Ай, спасибо, ой. Apa kabar?
kabar baik, terima kasih. Bagaimana dengan Anda?
Kabar bagus, terima kasih sayang. Semua cantik.
Terima kasih, you look so handsome.
Terima kasih, sampai jumpa sayang.
Sampai jumpa.
Semua ganteng lagi.
You too.
Terima kasih, sampai jumpa. ¿De dónde eres? Colombia. Colombia. Yo tengo una amiga que dice que yo hablo español como un italiano. ¿Están de acuerdo? ¿No? Lo llama Spitalian. 你好，我的名字是 Yaniv。
Yaniv, nice to meet you.
我爱你。
Я с Молдавии.
Так ты говоришь по-румынски? Ce faci, drag?
Foarte bine, tocmai.
Foarte bine, mulțumesc. Bună mare întrebătoare. Da, nici mă. Ok, fac
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Yaniv, Zarif!
I have some 32 languages to share with you, ways to say that I love you. So please forgive me if I mispronounce one or two. I love you and you amo, ani je t'aime, kocham cię, a się mon frère. You ti amo, you LA, na kupinda Nemec, na Queen Istanbul. Ti amo, ti ubest, redero, ich liebe dich, te amo. Akom się takamo, ti sabe, klamo, seni sabajoro, ja gacka te sako, ja robię tybie. Mira raka stan sinua, and if I sing in every tongue, there will be no language unsung. Then you will know how much I love you. And if you still don't understand, Google Translate will give you a hand. Then you will know how much I love you. Saya awak mahal kita, ani ohev אותך. Ich hab Jenny, aloha ya away, ja älskar dig, jag bombrador. Ich hab genial, Anna Bachabach. Choose it for me a tide, and if I sing in every tongue, there will be no language unsung. Then you will know how much I love you. And if you still don't understand, Duolingo will give you a hand. Then you will know how much much I love you. Okay, you guys heard it once, sing along. Now 1, 2, 3. I love you on your way. So welcome to my show. Here at Feinstein's 54 below. And I hope that you love me too. Miro cómo bailas y sale fuego de tus caderas. Vamos acercándonos. Esta niña son que me loco que no es de espera. Es que tu cintura es mi locura. Te vas atrapando, te vas llevando. Es que tienes poder, tienes una vida. Es que tienes toda esta vida manos. Baila que te sola, baila. I cannot believe this turnout. I am so happy to see each and every one of you. Thank you. How incredible was it that just 60 minutes ago, the legend Chita Rivera was just standing on this stage right here. I mean, it was so nice for Miss Rivera to open for me. I'm really flattered. But in all seriousness, I mean, standing up here on this stage with such legends like Chita Rivera and being here at Feinstein's 54 Below is such an honor for me. And I am so excited to bring this show to you guys. Are you excited for a great show? Yes. I gotta tell you, I'm feeling a little bit nervous, so if you guys want to give me one more round of applause. I can't believe you guys fell for that. You know I just wanted the attention. So, my name is Yaniv Zarif. And in fact, let's all try that together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yaniv Zarif.
I think I almost had it. Now, I like to say this to get this part out of the way so that you guys don't leave the theater tonight going, oh, Guacamole Zarnikov, what a great show. So talented, so wonderful. But as you can assume, as you can guess, I've had a lot of problems with my name growing up, with people pronouncing my name. So I've had a lot of friends dubbed me with nicknames growing up. Like for instance, in high school, they used to call me Yaniv or Neevster, and then in college I got to Yosters, which is a very strange name, but it's very near and dear to me. And now a very, very special group of people in my life have dubbed me with the name Yaniv Knievel. Some of them are here tonight. Some of them are here tonight. That seems to be the easiest way for people to get my name right, because let's be honest, everyone's going to get it wrong at some point. I'm just glad that the wonderful announcer did. Amanda, she was so wonderful. she wrote down my name right before the sound check today. She's like, I really want to get this right. And I was like, well, thank you, that's really nice. But honestly, I have literally been chased out of audition rooms before by casting directors. They come up, excuse me, Zaniv. And I'm like, yeah. We just want to make sure, do you have like all your papers and everything sorted? What do you mean papers? Like your visa, sponsorships, anything to work in the United States? Well, I was born in Florida. I know everyone's kind of crazy down there, but we still kind of consider ourselves Americans. But anyway, we've had enough about the name. Let's get back to the music. So, as you can see by my first number, tonight we are celebrating the beautiful phenomenon of language. Now, language is something that I've always been extremely passionate about. In fact, I speak 32 of them. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding, 32. I bet you didn't even know 32 languages existed. Well, I thought to myself, how in the world am I going to be able to celebrate all these languages in just one song, all of these cultures, and share it with you? And I've managed to do just that, in at least 5 with this next song. So if you hear your language or something that's native to you or something that you recognize, I hope that it brings you as much comfort as it brings me joy to sing it to you. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Somos Novios. Somos novios, pues los dos sentimos mutuo amor profundo. Y con eso ya ganamos lo más grande de este mundo. Дорогая, моя зая, я всегда буду страстно желать тебе. Ты прекрасна, каждое мгновение знаешь, я так люблю тебя. much. So, tonight's show is called Music Beyond Language, and tonight I get to share with you all why this hobby, passion, whatever you want to call it, has become such a big part of my life. Now, I've actually been very fortunate to have seen the world. I have traveled extensively. I've seen 7 continents and 4 oceans. I've seen the penguins and the glaciers of the Antarctic. I've seen the polar bears in the Arctic, and I feel so blessed to have seen so much of this world. And I found that being able to have at least a conversation in 32 languages, 6 of which I speak properly, has proven to be exponentially helpful. That was a brag. I'm so sorry about that. Let's be honest, this whole show was a brag. So anyway, God, now I lost my train of thought. Learning to have at least a conversation has been so helpful in getting to know people and breaking the ice with people and making them smile and making them feel welcome even when they're not in their country or if I'm in their country, and also because I really like attention and all of this stuff. I've actually been doing this show mostly on cruise ships, and the audience is generally very international. I'd say about 50% European. So you bring someone on stage, you tell them they speak 32 languages, and the Europeans are like, yeah, so. My son is a 12-year-old interpreter for the new UN, so what's the big deal? I'm like, yeah, but I'm American, and they're like, oh. That you guys laughed at that joke. Okay, here I am bragging about all this. I feel like we should have some sort of demonstration, right, Ben? What do you guys think? Okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna come into the audience, and I'm going to challenge. We're not gonna call it challenge. We're just gonna say, I bet I can have a conversation with anybody sitting here. Give me your language. If anybody speaks a language other than English, either your native tongue or something that you feel comfortable having a conversation with, bring it up. We got someone right here. First contender. Everyone cross your fingers. All right, so tell everyone your name, where you're from, and what language you'd like to speak.
My name is Foma Verbov, and I speak Russian.
Очень приятно познакомиться. Меня зовут Yaniv. Как тебя зовут?
Я Фома.
Я Фома, откуда ты?
Молдова.
Вот так. Да, так ты тоже говоришь по-романски. Da, now we're switching language. Ce faci, dragă? Very bine, mulțumesc. Okay, give it up, everybody. Who's next? Okay, hello. Welcome. Tell everyone your name, where you're from, and what language you'd like to speak.
I'm Lakshmi, I'm from India, and I'd like to talk to you in Hindi.
Lakshmi, you are so beautiful. Does anybody else have a language that they would like to speak? Later on. Anybody else? Come on. All right, we got someone in the bar. We're coming over. Where are we? Hello! Welcome, my friend. Tell everyone your name, where you're from, what language you like to speak.
Okay, my name is Mike Cutner. I'm originally from Pompano Beach, Florida, and I speak Spanish.
Hablas español, ¿ah? ¿Cómo va? ¿Todo bien?
Todo bien, yo vine por Chita Rivera. ¿Dónde está?
¿Qué piensas? ¿El show va bien? ¿Va bien?
El show va muy bien.
¿Te piensas que toda la gente está disfrutando?
Oh, sí, explotando muy bien.
Gracias por venir, querido. Okay, give it up for Mike, everyone. Okay, I know that we got somebody on stage who wants to give me a little challenge over here. Our very own guitarist, Jakob, comes all the way from Germany. Give it up for Jakob. Tell everyone in Germany where you're from in Germany.
Ich komme aus dem Schwarzwald, aus einer Stadt namens Freiburg im Süden. Ganz schön schönes Land.
Guten Abend, Jakob.
Wie bitte?
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Offensichtlich.
Wie geht's, Liebling?
Ganz hervorragend. Sehr schön, mit dir hier heute Abend zu sein.
Alles gut. Okay, danke schön. Und auf Wiedersehen. Anybody from the United States of America? Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, okay. All right, so now I'm going to leave this next song in your hands, okay? So the audience is going to choose which song I'm going to be singing next, or I'm sorry, which language I'm going to be singing in. Okay, now I've prepared this song in up to 6 different languages, in up to 50 different languages, okay? And you guys, yeah, I'm not kidding, and you guys are going to choose which song it's going to be. So does anybody have any suggestions?
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian, I mean, we're getting a little too easy. Anybody else got something? Korean? We can do Korean. Yeah, I think we can do Korean. Yeah, what do you guys think? Okay, you ready, man? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4! Tequila! Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so one of the languages that I do not speak fluently but admire so much is French. Yeah. Now, has anybody heard of this guy named Andrew Lloyd Webber? Yeah, so in the 1980s, he wrote this really obscure musical that no one's ever heard of called Phantom of the Opera. And as you know, Phantom of the Opera takes place in the heart of France, in the Parisian Opera House. And I couldn't think of a more beautiful way to tell this story than in the language of love. Accentue chaque sensation, obscurité, venue, se réveille l'imagination, silencieusement les sons, abattent leurs défauts. Sans splendeur, senti, tremblant de tendresse, tournez votre visage loin de la lumière du jour, tournez vos pensées loin de la lumière voile, et écoutez la musique de la nuit. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar. And you'll live as you've never lived before. Lentement, doucement, la nuit déplace sans splendide, senti, tremblant de tendresse, tournez votre visage loin de la lumière du jour, tournez vos pensées loin de la lumière froide, et écoutez la musique de la nuit. Let your mind start a journey to a strange new world. Purge your thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Only then will you belong to me. La nuit s'éclaircit, accentue chaque sensation, obscurité, rébut, se réveille l'imagination. Let the dream begin, let your darker side give in. You alone can make my soul take flight. Help me make the music of the night. So, Yaniv, I should probably ask you, are you guys enjoying the show so far? All right. So Yaniv, thanks, Tom. Yaniv is probably a strange name that a lot of you have never heard before. Does anybody have any idea where it comes from? Florida. It's not a lie. I mean, obviously, most of you do, because 90% of this audience I'm related to. But still, for those of you that don't know, my family comes from the beautiful land of Israel. Thank you. Thank you. So I am so proud of my heritage, and I love sharing stories of my lineage. In fact, I was actually born in South Florida, and my father, to this day, runs a Middle Eastern restaurant with the best Mediterranean food you have ever had in your life. Yeah, so there's a plug there. If you ever head down to Boynton Beach, make sure you stop by the falafel house. Right? You ask for my father, and maybe he'll give you, if you tell him you know me, he'll give you 50% off. That's a lie, he'll probably charge you double. But I used to go back and forth to Israel as a child, and still to this day, because I have lots of family there, and I even had the wonderful privilege and honor of being bar mitzvahed at the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. So, Israel, Jews. Anybody have any idea where this next song is going? How about now? Ah, yes, Fiddler on the Roof, one of Broadway's greatest musicals. Now, of course, you all know Fiddler was actually taking place in Imperial Russia. And Russian is a language, as was so exhibited, is a very strange language that I learned pretty recently. And I learned it because I started working with some incredible Ukrainian and Russian and Moldovan dancers across the world. And they didn't speak any English, and it was really hard to communicate with them. And I felt so bad, like I was missing out on getting to know these people. So naturally, I taught myself how to read and write in Russian. And she knows, I've been practicing with her for like 3 years. But slowly but surely I would start to pick up my vocabulary, I would start to fragment sentences, and by now I'd like to say I'm a pretty decent Russian speaker, so after 3 years, so spasibo большое. So moral of the story is, I learned how to speak Russian to make sure no one was talking about me behind my back. The lengths I will go to squash my own insecurities, absolutely crazy. However, with this next song, I am not going to be singing in Russian. I'm going to be bringing you into the land of Israel, and I'm going to give you a little glimpse into the language of my family, which is Hebrew. So, ladies and gentlemen, from Fiddler on the Roof, this is Sunrise, Sunset, or Zricha Shkia. Is this the little girl I carry? Is this the little boy at play? I don't remember growing older. When did they? When did she get to be a beauty? When did he grow to be so tall? Wasn't it yesterday that they were small? Zricha shkia, yom rodef kol yom. Anu bichlal lo השתנינו, רק עמדנו כל כך פתאום. זריחה שקיעה, חולפות העונות. קיץ אביב וסתיו וחורף, יחד באושר ודמעות. What words of wisdom can I give them? How can I help to ease their way? Now they must learn from one another, day by השקיעה יומו בפרוקו קיץ עתיד וסתיו וחורף יחד ואושר ודמעות take this off because one time I did the show and I forgot to take that off and I just went for the entire show with that yarmulke on, but that's okay. So it's really funny. I've never actually been able to use my Israeliness or anything, my cultural aptitude in the theater scene. I never really get called in for roles that are Israeli in any sort of way. However, one time I got a phone call from my agent, and it was an audition for a pretty big TV show, and a TV show that will remain unnamed for now. And they wanted bottle dancers. Okay, like Fiddler on the Roof bottle dancers, and I was like, yes, I got this. I went to my closet, got my knee pads that were like building cobwebs, and I was like, I am so ready for this. So I get to the audition, there's only like 10 guys there, and I'm like, okay, so far, it's going pretty well. And they line us all up, and they introduce us to the choreographer, they introduce us to the director, and I'm just like, feeling really good. So before we start, the choreographer comes back, and she goes, look, I gotta say something. We really don't want to waste anybody's time here, so we just want to elaborate that we are really going authentically Jewish as possible. So we don't want to waste anybody's time, but you, sir, in the blue, we'd like to ask you to leave. And I don't really remember my reaction. I'm sure my jaw was on the floor, but I may have giggled or something. I certainly didn't argue with it. I didn't give it away. But what I did do is I was like, well, I'm getting my headshot back because that stuff's expensive. And, I went up to the monitor and she's very uncomfortable. And while everyone else is just watching me walk away, and I go up to her and I was like, hi, can I have my headshot back? She's like, oh, sure, absolutely. What's your name? I said, Yaniv Zarif. And she goes, oh, what a cool name. What kind of name is that? And I said, well, it's Israeli. My parents invented the bottle dance. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. I wasn't even upset. I was just more excited to post on Facebook and have a cool story to tell. Anyway, that episode has since aired, and it went very well. It was filled with nice Jewish people. So anyway, not all languages are verbal, are they?